Today, today we're going to talk again about Annihilation. So basically, today I'm saying, why is a movie that is so, quote, sleek, smart, and well-crafted destroyed basically by its fans? It's because you, as the fans, say that it's smart, sleek, and well-crafted. That's actually hurting it. At first, when I watched this movie was meh. It happened. But because everybody was saying, oh, this is the greatest movie ever made, now I have to say, no, it's not, and let's talk about that. Now, if you want to go in depth, if you want to say, hey, what is the in-depth breakdown of this entire movie? I did that on a previous video. I'm not going to do that. I mean, that thing ended up being like 40 minutes long of me just breaking down all of the stupidity in the movie. But in this one, I'm going to basically comment on a comment that I had, and I kind of went back and forth with, and just kind of explain myself of why things aren't as great as they say they are. So, first of all, this guy sent me a comment. I'm not going to use his name or the actual comment here, but this guy sent me a comment and was like, hey, it's basically the equivalent of, you just don't understand the movie because you're not smart. And of course, here's what the guy did. Alright, so what is I'm going to say this in an intelligent way. What's a smart way of saying dumb? Stupid. Okay. I found words. I'm going to use that. He didn't realize that there was such thing as a thesaurus. So, of course, this guy was like, oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to say something mean in the comments and say you're not smart enough to understand the movie because the movie is not made for average folk. It's made for intelligent people. You're wrong. Let me tell you why. So, first of all, if you come at someone saying that they're not intelligent enough to understand what the movie is or anything like that, obviously you're not intelligent enough to explain why the movie is so good. I could easily do that with any of my movies that I like. Now, keep in mind, one thing that I think is so stupid is the fans of this movie. They'll fight to the death. If you don't like the movie, they will fight to the death saying why it's the best movie ever made. But why do that? I love plenty of movies that are flawed, and I can see their flaws. I understand they have flaws, okay? I'm not... It doesn't hurt me and hurt my soul to know that there are flaws in these movies. Sometimes, okay, it's like somebody says, oh, you gotta taste this caviar. You gotta taste this wine. It's 300 years old. Ooh, and it tastes like dog shit. Just because it's expensive, just because it's prestigious, does not mean it's great. There's some movies that I love that are absolutely horrendous. It's like going to McDonald's and eating a burger. But guess what? You eat more McDonald's burgers than you do great, amazing movies. How many times have I seen Saving Private Ryan? Probably about 7 times in my life. 30 plus. I'll just keep it with that. I'm 30 plus. So, I mean, that's long breaks to see a movie. I've seen movies like, when I was a kid, I watched E.T. over and over again. I watched Star Wars over and over again. VHS, rewind, play, rewind, play. And this shows you how old I am. But the thing is, there's so many movies that I've watched over and over again that are flawed to shit. I mean, you look at movies like freaking... there's some dumb movies that I absolutely love. I like Boondock Saints. Absolutely flawed. Absolutely horrendously flawed. I love it. It's a fun little movie. There's a lot of those little things like that. I have thousands of DVDs all around my room. over here. But you know what? I don't sit there and nitpick other people saying, oh, you know what? Hey, you gotta love this movie just because I like it. No. Now let's talk about why this movie is not intelligent. So, an intelligent writer would have seen little things like, hey, there's no character development. I don't know any of these characters. I don't care about any of these characters. So a good writer, an intelligent writer, sees their flaws of the story and the way the characters are presented and fixes it to make sure that they get that. Okay, so if the movie was trying to just be pretentious, which it is, and the writer thinks that they're smarter than they are, which that's what's going on, the writer thinks they're more intelligent. And how can you know? Hey, wait, hold on. How do you know this? How do you know that the writer thinks that they're more intelligent than you? Well, I mean, it's because the writer will do things like little winks and nods. They'll be like, oh, you know what's really smart? Let's start the movie with, let's see. Let's start the movie with people who, oh, you know what? The girl is there, and then she's going to be telling the story, and you don't realize that she's actually, like, the thing. She's actually taken over at the end, which has been done before. Who didn't see this coming? If you've never seen this coming, then you don't watch movies, okay? I can go right around here and grab about 5 movies instantly off the shelf and prove to you that this stuff is done before. But also, the thing that also hurts this is supposed to be a horror movie, a horror sci-fi movie. Horror sci-fi movie. People, you don't show the person surviving the horror sci-fi movie if you want to worry about them surviving the horror sci-fi movie. I didn't, any situation that happened, I didn't care because I knew she was going to make it, because at the end of the movie, or at the beginning of the movie, they showed us her telling us the story. So, again, okay. I mean, it's kind of like, have you ever seen the movie Identity? Which had a more interesting twist, but it tried to do the same thing. The one guy tells the story of what was going on. Now, how does Identity beat out Annihilation? Because Identity is not just, I survived this. It's also a mystery. Okay? There's something else going on. It's a mystery, so you're not really like, oh no, John Cusack, are you going to survive? Oh no. No. You are more like, oh, who's the killer? Well, I know it's not John. It could be John Cusack. Ooh, maybe they're doing this. So it has a past because it is a mystery, okay? It's a mystery. What you did was you made a sci-fi horror movie. I have the movie over there, right there. It's on the lower, wait, hold on, right there. It's on the lower area because that's where the shitty movies go. Now this movie, I would have just brushed it off and nothing about it real quick. Side note, I would have just brushed this off and nothing more. But it's because of you people that I have to make this. I have to even make the other one, the other review, and then I have to make this review. But let's go on. So how do I know that the director is still, or the director-writer, I believe that's what's going on, is still more pretentious than intelligent? Well, because he was like, okay, this is a great idea. Nobody will see this coming. She's also a bad guy. She's the bad person. She's telling the story. Ooh. Okay. Which has been done many times. Now, that's check number 1, by the way. Number 2. So you have these characters who are supposed to be intelligent. Okay? Far more intelligent than the writer. So you have these characters that are supposed to be intelligent. They're supposed to have like radiate intelligence. I'm a PhD. I'm a doctor. I'm a this. But they're not just doctors. They're not just this and that. They're actually very specific, and they have like high intelligence, and it's supposed to be. I've lumped together some really intelligent people. Go. So, if you've ever been in a room with actual intelligent people, they talk like they're actually intelligent people. They don't talk like idiots. They don't have dialogue that's absolutely moronic. And it's kind of like, have you ever watched Big Bang Theory? That's almost fairly accurate. Not to the caricature that they do, but the way they talk, where people have like more of an intelligent conversation, make intelligent references and stuff, that's actually how it is. That's what people do. I could, the Euclid method, this and that. That's what people do. That's how it works. So, that going on, that's just the dialogue alone. Now, moving on. Intelligent people need to make intelligent choices. If you have an intelligent person in your film, and you've touted them as, this person is a medical scientist, this person is a this person is a that, this person is a strategist, they have to do something that is intelligent to that extreme in the movie. So, if somebody is a strategist, somebody does a lot of war stuff, and is in a bad war scenario, or hostile scenario, that person should make the intelligent decisions. None of them do. Now, I know what some people say, well, it was the weird shimmer that was causing their brains to change. Yes and no. At the very beginning of their descent, they started having stupidity all over it. So, that's the yes and no. But at the same time, you can have their descent into stupidity, but that's not a smart way of writing. The way you do it, if you're an intelligent writer, is you say, oh, okay, so they go to their extremes. They're still smart, but they're going to do things in a smart way by going crazy in a smart way. So, how do we do this? So if you're having someone, oh no, craziness, oh, there's a monster that just killed some lady. Okay, I'm going to tie you people up. Why? Because now you get into the intelligence of, I'm a military intelligent. This is the proper way to do things. Now, it can be flawed, but you tell us in a proper military way of why this would be a smart reason. But no, we get the reasoning of, you didn't tell us your boyfriend or husband was in here earlier, so I don't trust you. Where's the intelligence? Where's the smart writing? That's like a little teenage girl getting angry and pouting. That's all that is. So, you're telling me that you are a terrible writer because you couldn't think of an intelligent way to get them in the chairs. Now, I'll give you this, and I said this in the last one. I really liked the, I like the idea of people stuck and monsters in the room. The Thing did it, 1982. It's a great scene. They redid that with a bear here. It was a good scene, but the way they got them there was dumb as hell. It was dumb as hell. Now, when I was watching, I'll tell you right now, when I was watching, I was like, ooh, that's a good scene. That's a good scene. Man, and did you feel intensity? That's a good scene. But how did we get here? Oh, we got here because everything was stupid. I mean, this is the equivalent. This movie is the equivalent of somebody who has been told all their life that they're really good at writing. They're like, oh my God, John, you are the greatest writer ever. I know. And this person doesn't realize that all they do is grab a bunch of movies that they like and go, I'm just going to put them together People don't know I'm just such a good writer, but all I do is put them together. I'm just such a good writer. This is what they do, okay? They just grab movies that they like and they put them together. There you go. So they make one little stupid idea, and that's where it all comes together. So you have something called the shimmer. Well, you don't understand it because it's alien. No, that's what the movie is trying to do. These people are trying to understand it. Hence, they should understand it. If you don't have that, you're an idiot. You're a dumb writer. Because that's what the basis of the movie is. That's why they go in there, to destroy it and understand it. If we never do that, that doesn't make you that makes you a pretentious writer. Because now you're like, oh, it's just too crazy that you could never understand it. Because you're a terrible writer. because you wrote yourself into a corner. You don't know how to fix your movie, your little writing thing. Now, does things happen in this world that you don't understand? Yes, of course. I think the most horrific things that ever happen, and some of the greatest anomalies that ever happen in the world, are done in true stories. But that's where you come into the writing world, and you understand that fiction has to be more believable than anything that is based on a true story. Reality can be as unbelievable as possible because reality happened. If I have a pen in my shirt pocket and a bullet is shot and a pen cap deflected it in a let's just say in a fiction movie, people go, bullshit, that will never happen. But yet in a based on true story movie, people go, oh my gosh, it's divine. God must have done something. Oh, it must have been amazing. Oh, there's just that 1 point whatever chance. By the way, that did happen. Somebody was saved by a pen cap. It was caught on video. Yet, if you put that into your movie, in a fiction movie, people go, stupid. This movie's stupid. That will never happen. Fiction has to be more believable. So, science fiction has to be even more believable-ish. In a way, in a scientific way. Okay? Science has to come around it. Now, if you were just saying this movie was a B grade, whatever, and just a fun little romp, I would be fine with that. I'm looking this far into the movie because you people say it's the most intelligent damn movie that has ever existed. And I'm telling you, you're wrong. And unlike other people who just say, you're stupid, and just run away, and cannot back up of why they think their movie is amazing and great, well, I'm here to tell you, I can tell you why your movie is amazing and great, and I can tell you why a movie is amazing and great. So, was this movie shot competently? Let's look at that real quick. I just went on to writing. I will go back to writing, by the way, and the terribleness of this story. But let's look at the competence of the cinematography. I had no problems with that. I mean, it was a competently shot movie. They got a good cinematographer, and for what they were looking for, they got what they wanted. Does the shimmer look cheesy and hokey as hell? Yes. Did I laugh thinking I was watching a made-for-TV sci-fi movie? Yes. At first, but then it went away. So we didn't have to worry about the shimmerness of it. So, do I insult movies for having terrible CGI? No. Because, I mean, you have an outrageous idea, but at the same time, you don't have the money for super amazing CGI. I understand that. I'm not going to criticize your movie for having terrible CGI. I'm going to criticize your movie for being a terrible movie. You can have amazing CGI and still be a terrible movie. And that happens quite a bit. $200 million? Terrible as crap movie? Yeah. Just because you have good CGI does not mean good movie. But moving back to the story. Like I said, real quick recap. Smart people should do smart things. Smart people need to have smart motivation. Let's just look at one scene in the very beginning of the movie where they should be smart. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go throughout the whole entire movie because there is a story of decline in this, okay? It's supposed to decline. My intelligence was here, now it's here. So, let's look at their beginning stuff. The alligator or crocodile, whichever one. I'm not really sure. I didn't look at the rounded nose. So, hey, look. We could have easily just, what's our job? We are on our way to the middle of the shimmer where we've tracked something and we're going to stop it. Wait a second, let's take a minute and look in this little house. There might be something. What? What is there going to be? A sandwich? Tools you didn't bring? You didn't establish earlier that there was something that you need anything. So why would you at all go in here? Because there is nothing in there you will need to complete your mission. Everything you need is outside, on your back, in your backpacks. So why do you need to go look at this little building? You didn't look behind every tree that you passed. Oh, hold on, I might need something. I might need that 4-leaf clover. I might need that flower. You didn't do that, so why would you look inside this hut that's halfway submerged with water for something that you would need? Because a child wrote this. An idiot wrote this. You would not need that at all. An intelligent person would go, oh, hey, no, we don't need anything in there. Wait a second. What we do is this. And I said this in my last video. Here's how you write that intelligently for an intelligent person to write that scene and yet still have the same outcome. Crocodile attacking them. Or alligator. Here's what you do. Hey, you know what would be quicker? This, I saw on the map. Hold on. Is this that waterway? Let's throw out the map. This waterway goes right about 100 kilometers or whatever to this area, or 100 clicks, I don't know, whatever distance to this area. We could actually save quite a bit of walking if we just take these boats. Well, there's only one boat. It's only going to take 2 of us. There's 4 of us. Or there's X amount of us. You know, I think there's 5. Yeah. 5. There's 5 of us. Oh, then we need another boat. There might be another one inside. There you go. You want to get in there? Go find something you actually need. Instead of, I think there's something in there we might need. Now you can't say, well, maybe that scene was on the cutting room floor. No, it wasn't. Maybe the dialogue was on the cutting room floor. No, that's what he wrote because he's an idiot. He's like, oh, you know what? These are cool scenes. Let's just figure out how to get them there and make it the dumbest reasons possible. That is one example of 500 other little examples I can do. That right there is a clear, definitive reasoning to show you how this movie is dumbed down. This is for the dumb people, to make them think that they're seeing a smart movie. This is not a smart movie. If you want to see a movie that's actually done intelligently, with intelligent thoughts, intelligent thought process, and it's characters that are intelligent who try to analyze the situation, go watch Sphere. You know why? Because that movie was written by Michael Crichton, who is actually a PhD, who was an actual doctor, who was an actual this and that, who did all of these things, who actually had intelligence. This guy was an intelligent person. He wrote Jurassic Park. He wrote this, and this. I mean, I could go on and on about the movies he wrote. I have many of his books. He's an intelligent guy. Now, does some of his books stray off into really hokey stuff? Yes. Did they fix the hell out of that in Jurassic Park? The movie, yes, good job, Steven Spielberg. But at the same time, it's believable in the world they create. So this movie, when you're creating a story, I don't care if you're doing something that's unbelievable, okay? It's believable in the world you're creating. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Vampire Slayer? Hunter. Whatever. In the movie, he takes an axe and he chops the tree down. I'm pretty sure no human being can take one swing and chop a tree down. But you know what? The movie sets these boundaries, sets these guides. And you go, okay, here's the guide. I understand. You're setting this up. I get it. That's the guideline right there. I get it. Okay? If it was halfway through the movie and he can suddenly do that, now you're like, what the hell? Come on, people. You can't do that. They set that up. That's good writing. They understand the kind of movie they're making. They're making a popcorn movie, but you have to still set some kind of boundaries and guidelines. When you have a movie and you're touting off that all these people are the most skilled and most intelligent and most everything in the movie, in their field, that's why they're going in. And then they don't do anything that's intelligent or anything that you just said in their field and they're going in, guess what? That means you're a terrible writer. That's how it is. You don't know how an actual intelligent person would do these things. Good job. That's writing a 101. And why people think this is so much better than it is, here is the reason. It is the psychological reason of it, okay? Because people want to join something, okay? Everybody loves little clubs. Everybody loves little groups and hangouts. When one person says this is the greatest movie ever made, it's so intelligent, so smart, another person goes, oh really? And they look at it, and other people are saying, oh, it's so smart. People will join that, and they will convince themselves that this is so much smarter and more intelligent than it actually is. That's just the way the world is. People will do that and then fight to the death of it. But they don't know why. They don't know what they're saying. They don't know why they're saying it. That is the problem with people as a whole. People don't want to think for themselves. They don't want to look at it and go, "What? Why would people do that? Nobody would do that. That's not real." They want other people to think for them. That's what my commenter in the last video is doing. The person is touting off things that, hey, look, I'm intelligent, but you're not intelligent because you're not free thinking and judging the movie on your own. You're judging the movie off of what other people have said that you like. You're like, oh, this reviewer is saying special things about this movie, so, oh, it's of course that. Reviewers get paid. Reviewers make money on things. If reviewers say good things about movies, sometimes they're bought. Sometimes they do it in not just buying from like payment, like monetary value, but more like, hey, look, you can come back to another screening. We'll do this, we'll do that if you just say something good about it. That happens a lot. If you say a lot of terrible things about movies, like for Disney will never invite you to anything. They'll never be like, oh, he's just gonna talk crap about my movie. Let me get a negative review. He could pay to go give me a negative review. You know? That's what they do. So, yeah. Have your own thoughts, people. Watch the movie and actually say, why did the character do that? I mean, that's easy enough. If you just watch a movie and go, why? Wait. Why did the person do that? And you just kind of give a question and try to answer it by what is shown in the movie. And you'll notice a lot of dumb things in certain movies. Especially this one. So, why are you doing this? Why are you harassing me for having an opinion about a movie. Now, if I tell you the movie was crap and I didn't like it, and I thought it was more like a B-grade monster movie made by sci-fi, writing-wise, yeah, that's what I thought. Now, you're telling me you do like it. I understand, and I totally respect it. I think everybody should love the movies that they love. If you love a certain movie, go ahead, love it. That's great. You know, I don't have to love every movie you love. But if you're telling me that the movie is an amazing movie and not flawed, that's where I have problems. Storytelling is not definitive. Okay, you can change up storytelling. It is an art form. But like every art, if I just throw something on the wall, does it appeal to everybody? Not necessarily. And with storytelling, you can say, okay, storytelling, how do you know if it works or doesn't work? And here, let me explain to you. This is how I know that a movie works or doesn't work. And this is the way to always understand that. How you know if a movie works. Characters in your movie should have some kind of feeling and impact on you. If you felt for them, if you feel something when they're dead, when they die, when they pass, then you know that character was done right. If you feel something for the next character, then you know that was done right. Now, not every character needs to have this, this feelings attached. But characters should serve purposes in the movie. They should serve some kind of purpose other than just being cannon fodder and for no reason. Slick writers, what they do is reasonings behind characters' involvement need to be not necessarily, oh look, so everybody, I cut the last thing because I sneezed. But, okay, so character involvement. If you say this character here needs to not be there because, or if that person was not there, they wouldn't defuse the bomb. That's a very blatant thing. That's like very in your face. Look, if that character wasn't there, that's their purpose. But characters need to help. If you erase that character from the movie and you still have the whole same outcome of the movie, that's bad writing. A character should help add some involvement into the movie. For example, if you have this character here, this character could add an emotional arc to the main story, to the characters that intervene and change this person's mentality. And then, like, it could be as subtle as that, an emotional change. If that character didn't have this conversation with that person, something would have been different, something would have changed. But no, in this movie, the whole damn movie, none of the characters at all really served a purpose. They were just there to either die or, I don't know, die. Oh wait, there was no other smarter reason to have a character? No, they were just there to die. Let's see. The movie Signs, or not Signs, the movie, why did I just forget the dang movie? Sphere. The movie Sphere, when they had intelligent people down there, they had certain characters that what their roles were very important. Even the side character roles had a big reason. Oh look, Ted, you died. What happened? Ted solved this and cracked that, and helped do this. Ted saved a character's life. So if Ted wasn't there, oh no. So what? Ted's not the only character who died. I'm just using examples of one character. Every character serves some kind of purpose in the story. Emotionally or there was weight behind everything. Saving Private Ryan is the same kind of idea with this movie. Annihilation, same kind of idea. These people are walking and trying to get to a certain situation. But there was weight behind everything. There was weight behind their deaths. there was so much because the reason behind it of going over there was an emotional reason, and they were having problems processing why they were doing this, where they were going, why they were doing it. That's so there was just so much more to taste. It's like, hey, look, somebody built an amazing cake, and there's different flavors as you go around the cake. But no, Annihilation was just a vanilla cake. That's it. It was, hey, you want some cake? Vanilla. So if I eat this piece, is it going to have the same flavor as that piece? Well, yeah, it's a vanilla cake. Oh. Well, the Saving Private Ryan cake had different flavors all the way around. Well, go to a different store if you're going to get a... You didn't ask me for something amazing. Yeah, but did you tell me that this cake, this vanilla cake, was going to have multiple flavors? Yes. You told me that the cake was going to be amazing and wonderful and the greatest thing you've ever witnessed. This is the difference between advertisement and fact. So, this is a 36-minute plus rebuttal to someone saying that this movie is the greatest movie ever made. If you could please write in the comments of this one, Mr. Commenter, that what you think was amazing about the movie, we could have a conversation. But you cannot disregard the facts that I said. So many of these things, this is not just me being, oh, I'm just such an idiot. I just don't understand movies. I don't understand writing. It's not made for the smart person. It's made for the dumb people. Or it's not made for the dumb people. It's made for the smart person. The movie was not made for smart people. The movie was made for dumb people. And I proved it. So, if you would like to prove why the movie was made for smart people, please, go ahead. Thank you.